Alright, Facebook and YouTube family and friends. This is not an easy topic to talk about, but I'll stay as strong as possible. If I tear up, forgive me. But I feel like I've gotten to the point where I don't even tear up anymore. It's more anger inside of me than sadness. I have been sexually assaulted multiple times. And some of you may judge me and say, how the hell can it happen more than once? When you are a good looking person, or if you're just in the presence of a sick person, it's possible. It's very possible to happen. Because this topic is not so easy, I will be sipping on a little wine as I talk about it. Just because I need a little bit of comfort at the same time of talking about it. Not only have I been molested when I was a child, but I was actually raped as a child and in my adult years. It's like the worst experience ever. And I can honestly say that. I've been through a lot in life, and if you know me, you know that. But being sexually assaulted is one of the most hardest things ever. When I was, I would say, 9 or 10 years old, I don't remember the exact age, but I remember confessing it when I was 13. My cousin, which he wasn't blood to the family, neither am I am adopted, but my cousin, I was staying with my aunt. My aunt pressured my mom into having me stay with her because she was my godmother as well. She was telling my mom, like, you never let her come and stay with me. My mom let me stay with her. I slept downstairs with my little cousin and my older cousin. Now, I am also scared of dogs. When I was down there, my little cousin went to sleep. I was still awake. Well, I was halfway asleep. And my older cousin, I'm guessing he was awake. He came and he got into the bed with me. He realized that my little cousin was starting to wake up, so he moved my little cousin to the other bed. He then came back, laid down with me. And then he picked me up and he took me into the bathroom and tried to insert his penis inside of me. But I mean, thank God it didn't work because I kept sort of running away from him. And he told me after it all happened, even though he wasn't able to insert inside of me, he told me after it all happened, if you tell anyone, I'm going to get the dog on you. And the dog was huge. He was huge. And so, of course, that scared me as a kid. But one day, I was just thinking. I was really, I don't know, I was really, like, in a good mood, but in a talking mood. Where I wanted to talk and tell everything. And so I walked up to my sister and I asked my sister, what would you say if I told you that such and such touched me? This was when I was 13. She went and told my mom. My mom called me into the room. We had a long conversation to the point where it involved our pastor. My mom was a God-fearing person, and so was his mother. So their first thing was, we need to take this to the pastor. My uncle, which was my aunt's, she was married into the family. My uncle, he was very upset about it. But my aunt, she just cried about it because she just couldn't believe it. She was like struck about it. And it was hard for me to mention it with him sitting there because I was afraid that something was going to happen. You know, but that was the first time it ever happened. Now, the last couple of times it happened was the times where, sorry, I'm sipping a little bit, but the last couple of times that it happened were the most tragic to me. Well, the second to last one was more tragic, but the last one was when I just got sick of it. To the point where I just got to the point where I need to start speaking up. I need to start fighting. I need to start fighting for not only me, but victims that are going through it or that have went through it. I'm fucking done with it, you know? So one day I had surgery on my leg, whatever I had. I tore my ACL. Had surgery on it, whatever. Maybe a month later, I was feeling really horrible. But I'm depressed because I'm on bed rest. I'm not moving around as much. I'm not doing what I need to be doing. I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. I'm just laying in bed every day. I don't have family or friends that came to, help besides my coach and her wife. Thank God for them. I had a couple of other people that would just text me and ask me how I'm doing. But family, they never checked up on me. It took for me to text or call them for them to actually come to my rescue. But back to the story. I was very depressed. I was feeling horrible. I'm thinking that, it's all because of the surgery. I'm just depressed. One day, I was invited to this kid's party or whatever. Got there, took a pain reliever. Because my leg was sore and so was my stomach. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling sick now that I took the pain reliever. Maybe I need to eat. I ate. When I ate, I forgot what I ate, but it made me so sick to my stomach. Like, I ate it and then I bent over and couldn't stand back up. I had to be rushed to the hospital because it was horrible. Got to the hospital, they're running all types of tests. They're doing everything that they could. They're asking me all types of questions. When I walked into the hospital, they have to ask you, is it any chance of you being pregnant? I'm like, oh, no, I'm lesbian, it's not possible. So they never took the pregnancy test, of course, because I couldn't urine at the time either. I just couldn't move. Finally, they come back up in there. They're like, well, we can't find anything. We don't know what's the matter, You're having this and you're having that, but we're not sure. So they took me. No, I happened to tell them, hey, yeah, now I have to use the bathroom. Went, gave them urine, came back, got up on the phone, watching TV or whatever. I don't know what time it is now. I'm thinking it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. 12 or 1 o'clock. Sorry, y'all. I'm really like sipping on this wine. But, so the nurse comes up in there and she says, whoa, and walks out of the room. Never told me anything. Don't know what happened. Walked out of the room. The doctor comes in and says, oh, well, we'll be releasing you pretty soon and we'll just be giving you a prescription for prenatal vitamins or something. I forgot what's the name of them. And I'm like, huh? Like, I got lost. I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, and he goes, oh, they didn't tell you that you're pregnant? And I'm like, huh? How is that possible? I'm like, what am I, the nun version Mary or something? Like, it's impossible for me to be pregnant. So I told him, I'm like, take another test. That test might be wrong. Took another test, it said positive. I said, okay, take a blood test. Did that. They did the ultrasound. I'm still like, okay, it's not possible. So I'm not panicking yet. But at the same time, I'm like, what the hell? Did the ultrasound. I didn't look at the screen because now I'm nervous. I'm like, God, please don't tell me. Because I'm already knowing what could have happened for me to be pregnant. So the person that did the ultrasound, she never said a word. She just did it all. And I asked her, I said, hey, does it show a baby? And she goes, oh, yeah. And so I asked her to see it. She showed me, I saw the baby, and I lost my mind. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I lost my fucking mind. Main reason why is because I knew that I was assaulted. Just from that. When I say this was the worst thing ever, the worst thing was finding out that I was assaulted by pregnancy. I just couldn't believe it. It was like so heartbreaking, so tragic, hurting, anger. Like every emotion built up in me. I didn't know what to think. I called my coach, called a couple of friends. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Now, mind you, this is the middle of the night. My coach and her wife, they ran up, drove up to the hospital, got there, and just held me for a minute. Sat there and talked to me for a little bit. And I'm just like, what the hell? How did this happen? How could I not know that I was assaulted? How could it have happened without me knowing? It's like the worst thing ever. And I say ever, I mean ever. I've never felt that type of pain before. I went MIA for 2 weeks. I didn't talk to anyone. Barely got up on the phone. Unless I was talking to a friend that knew. Because they would call and try to check on me or something. Stayed at... I mean, like, I couldn't even stay at home alone because I knew deep down that I would hurt myself. Because I did feel like it was my fault. I did. I just couldn't understand a thing. I don't know. It's just so hard. Now, how that happened. I was invited by a friend to, well, not really invited, but he asked to come over to my house one day to, just chill out with me before my surgery. I told him yes. Told him he could come over. I got drunk. He smoked. I'm not a smoker. I play sports and all of that. I don't smoke. Like, I would... When thinking about this, he was the last person. When I say last person, he was the last person that I would have thought that would ever do something like that to me. I just couldn't believe it. It was so hard to come to my senses to realize he really did that. And I'm talking to my coach, I'm talking to my friends, and I'm telling them, like, this happened, this, that, and the other, ooh, da, da. And so now I'm thinking, in order for him to have done it, the doctor's statement will have to match up with what I just said to my coach. I told my coach that it happened within 2 months ago from, when it all happened. And a doctor comes in and tell me, oh yeah, you're only 5 to 6 weeks matched up with everything. So it hurt my feelings. And the fact that that friend never talked, or he's not my friend anymore, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying friend because I'm used to saying friend. The fact that he never contacted me since that day tells me the same exact thing. We used to talk at least once a week. He'll just call me and be like, hey, how you doing? I know you're going through this. I know you're going through that. How you doing? I mean, do you need me to come over and check up on you or whatever? Which is what he did that day. I got super duper drunk and just fell asleep. He was in my living room. I was in my bedroom. I woke up the next morning. Never knew anything. I still had a hangover or whatever. I don't recall how my body felt. I honestly don't remember because I don't know. I think I was just too hungover to remember. But it just hurts. It hurts badly. And the last time that someone tried to sexually assault me after that was a little while ago, actually. This guy, his brother, plus my friend, and me, we were hanging out at my house or whatever. And because of the last incident, I don't get drunk in front of guys anymore. In front of people, really. But I did get tipsy. I felt myself get tipsy, so I dropped the liquor and I told them, hey, I'm going to my room to go to sleep. I instructed my friend, hey, yo, when they leave out, lock my door, make sure you turn on the closet light, and make sure that my cat is cool, He's like, oh, okay, cool. Went to my room, fell asleep. I'm not sure how long later, but it felt like maybe 30 minutes later, I'll wake up to a guy on top of me with his dick out and my underwear down. I wake up and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What, are you serious right now? And he's like, man, I know you've been wanting me forever, and I could tell by the way you look at me that you want me, and these girls can give you what you really need, and the pleasure really comes from dick and this and the other. And I'm like, you've lost your motherfucking mind. I took him by his neck and I slammed him onto the bed. And I literally told him, there will be no fucking in this room unless I'm fucking you with y'all fill in the blank. Because I don't want to say exactly what I said in case, yeah. But seriously, I couldn't fucking believe it. And so I asked myself, where's my friend? Where's your brother? My room door is still closed. Mind you, he opened up my room door and came in there. My door was closed when I went up in there to go to sleep. My cat stayed out there with them or whatever. So, he's like, oh, they ran to the store. The next morning I wake up and I told them, his brother and my friend, because they ended up getting too drunk too. They just stayed at my house. Plus him on my couch. I wake up and I'm like, yo, he came to my room last night when y'all went to the store? Like, he came in there, legit tried to fuck me. His dick was on my thighs when I woke up. And they were like, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm like, no, I'm being completely honest right now. He legit just tried to have sex with me last night. And I told him, I said, oh, look over his pants right now. His zipper is still unzipped. He didn't even zip up his pants.